What's going on YouTube? Detroit's Reaper here with another video. This is part 2 of my paid devs not brand video. So I'm gonna recap. So basically all I was trying to say is I think that gaming is going in the wrong direction and we'll be hitting the free to play and DLC market very soon. And for me, that's not what I want. I want to be able to have the AAAs, the full game at launch. I don't want to be getting this DLC heavy stuff, so just so devs can make money because we won't buy the games. So what I think we should do is the first and foremost thing is I would want to get rid of used games, because GameStop gets so much money off of used games. They didn't do any of that work. They just put a little label on it, cheapen it up a little bit, and they get that money. We would have to get rid of GameStop in general, or at least the used game market. I know people probably dislike the use or the DRM policies that Microsoft had, but to be honest with you, they were being pro dev, and it was hurting. It was to consumers. It seemed like they were being greedy bastards or whatever you want to call it. But in reality, that DRM was going to help. That was going to help us, the devs, so they could get more of that money and actually get a cut from what GameStop is doing. Because what they're doing is wrong. They don't give them any type of money or anything. So what I think so I thought they were on the right direction. I know I didn't think about it until after they had already changed their policies that I was upset about it, but whatever. They had to change it for the consumers because that's what they wanted. I felt like it was holding us back though. But then they came out with that they had the CDs, and they basically were like how PC games are, except for they were for the Xbox, and you would be able to sell that game in. And I think that was a really good idea on Microsoft's part. I really wish they would have went through with that. It seemed like that would have worked out really well, because not only would you still be able to get used games or a little bit cheaper maybe, but GameStop will actually have to pay you more when you take that game in. I don't think a lot of people understand how important that is, because a lot of times if you take a game back to GameStop, they will be like, you get $2 for this game, and the game doesn't even have to be that old. They could be like, you get $5, and then they'll charge the consumers triple that, making a ton of money off of a game that we just gave them they paid us $10 for, or they paid us $10 for, and then they turn around and sell it for $45, and it's bullshit. Like I had to stop going to GameStop. Another thing that they could do instead of games for gold, I was thinking maybe they could do like, I don't know, like the gold pass or something, where like instead of getting the game for free, you get the season pass for free or something, like once a month or something, and go back to and just do that and give and deals with gold, and have maybe deals with gold, man, like take like 80 to 85% off games, so people will actually be buying games still and not trying to wait for it to come out on games for gold. And if they do want to have to keep games for gold, kind of do what Sony is doing right now, where they're just kind of giving you the smaller titles. Like that's all I can really think of that they could do. But we really need to start paying these devs and stop trying to pay Microsoft and Sony. We so worried about paying Microsoft and Sony this money that we're losing focus on the developers. They the ones who make our games that we want to play, but we just so focused on this brand that we just only want to pay them. But we gotta start paying these people, man. And that's all I gotta say, man. Y'all have a good one. Pay devs, not